How's it going, guys? It's Mr. Lone Wolf, and today I want to show you the location and the upgrade locations for the Royal BM17. There's 5 upgrade locations, and as for this, there's no mission or anything, it's just when you get near it again, it's a new truck discovered. It's damaged when you find it, so I have to be authentic about these things. It's on Northport. It's basically like on the other side of the map, really, to the garage, and it's over in like these trees. You'll sort of see these like boggy forest area where there's a lot of watery patches, and yeah, it's just there basically in the trees. It's just off the road. As soon as you get there, you'll certainly see it. It's really not that hard to spot. This was the first truck I got as well, so I was pretty damn new to the game. I'd only been playing a few hours when I got this, and I managed to get it. I'll show you, like, this is from Northport. I just want to show you the way because it's probably the best route if you've not been on this map ever or much. That bridge is probably not built yet, basically. If you have built that bridge and you somehow haven't got this, then obviously you can just go a bit of an easier way there on the main road. But for the rest of you, you want to take a right here and then a left, and there's the fuel station. And one way or another, you're going to get fairly familiar with that fuel station because it's just in quite a handy location. But keep going past that, cut through the water, out the other side, keep following the main road. And when you get down here, it's a bit of a slippy hill, but turn left off here to cut through the warehouse. You can go this long way round, but I always cut through the warehouse. It's not that clear on the map, but there is a perfectly good road out the back onto the road, so yeah, it's fine. And yeah, follow it a little further down, cut over the first bit of water, and it's there on your right. This is now that first bit of water. I drove here in the Hummer this time. Obviously now, since this roof rack thing, they're now viable to actually drive somewhere again. So I'll start playing around with them all a bit more. As you can see, it can be a little bit boggy and that to get through, but there's plenty of trees and stuff to winch to. And then yeah, when you come out the other side, you can see where my blue dot on the map is. That, like, you'll be able to see the truck in a second. It literally is only that far off the road, so you don't have to go far, and by the time you're this close, it'll ding up, it'll say new truck discovered, and it gives you 50 XP or 100 or whatever it is. And yeah, I've just drove around. You don't need to drive around here. Now what you want to do though, is when you get in it, just recover it, because what I did, you can see along the bottom the damage. They're not all fully damaged, but you see how much health my engine's got left. Everything's basically on like 10% health left, so your tyres are almost dead, but they're not flat, your suspension's almost gone, your gearbox is nearly dead in the engine. Now, because this was in the first few hours of my gameplay, I had like a little rule for myself at the time that I didn't want to recover anything. So I actually went through the painstaking effort of driving this thing back, and I didn't even know about like bringing a... Well, I couldn't bring a maintenance trailer because I only had scout vehicles as well, so I suffered it like this all the way back. And it might not look too bad now, but I'll show you what it gets like. Obviously the engine's constantly popping. Stalled engine. That's because the engine's nearly dead. Stalls, like, then it jumps out of gear into neutral. That's what the gearbox does. It's an annoying, but I think that's a brilliant little feature, that when you've knackered the gearbox, it just keeps jumping into neutral. But you can see how often it does it. Neutral again, you go to set off, neutral again. I get like a couple of yards down the road, neutral. And yeah, I hacked this all the way back. In the end, I looked, and even for one of the trophies, you need to recover 10 vehicles, so I soon got over that little thing. But yeah, don't suffer it. Just do the smart thing, click recover, and it's back at the garage. It's yours, no hassle. And yeah, that's what it looks like. That's stock anyway, so next thing is you're going to need some upgrades for it. So I'm just going to do it in like map order. I'll start on Northport, and this first one is like the second engine. It's a better engine than stock, but it's not the best engine. You're going to come the same way again, take a right and a left, and you're going to go past the fuel station. But this time, as soon as you get into the water, take a left and follow down the stream, and you'll just see an abandoned car just down there. It's pretty easy. Here I am, like, again, we normally go straight ahead when you get in the Royal, but yeah, turn off here, and you can already see the car there. I can't remember the name of the engine, but yeah, it's the second one. It's worth a 10 odd grand though, so it's worth getting. The next one, we're in Mountain River. I know we've done this one quite a lot of times, to be honest, so I'm going to start from the Northport entrance, follow this main road down till you get to this petrol station, and then take the road opposite the petrol station. Chances are, if you've not got this, that pipeline's not built, so just take this road, well, a little dirt track down there, cross the river. It's not hard, there's plenty of trees to winch to, but it's not difficult. And then yeah, after you go under that like pipeline bridge, the car's basically just there in the water. Here I am, like there's that little bridge, and yeah, just on the right of the screen it's covered in snow, but you can see it. This one, I'm just going to do it from opposite the petrol station, because we're near enough, well, exact same place. Follow that road down again, go past that factory, and as you go around this corner, I think the best way is just come off the road, go on the other side, under the pipeline. As long as you've not got a massive truck, you'll get under the pipeline, no problem. And it's just kind of in the trees there, it's near, you can see where the sawmill is, but there's nothing really relative to it. It's just a bit of an odd one stuck in the middle of nowhere. So this is that corner, so I'm just going to yeah, turn off the road. Like this stream, as you can see, you couldn't drown a mouse in that, so you ain't going to have no trouble whatever you bring. Again, under there, as long as you're not turning up in a P16, you should be just fine. And then yeah, you come up here and you see a little bit of road, and it's just up in these trees. A long story short, I rolled over. Now look at this. I'll winch back over. What have I been saying about hearing croaking predators in the bushes? I turn round, look at him. That's the predator in his little camo suit. Shit me up when I first seen it. Told you one day he was going to come flying out them bushes at me, and he did. This must be his car. We're about to rip this off. And I would say though, this is worth getting because it's the best engine. You can actually see it in the trees just to the left. I can't actually remember if the box was here or here. But there's the car anyway. You ain't gonna miss it if you wear that Predator showed up. That's just one last little look at the trees, just because it's a bit of an awkward one. So the next one is Pedro Bay. This is the raised suspension, and it's basically, you can see out service area. You'll see the watchtower. It's like on the opposite end of where you enter the map, and there's just like a nice convenient cutout in the trees, and it's at the end of that. Again, it's really not hard to find when you get there. If the pipelines are in your way, just you can drive round to the left and go round the pipeline, and yeah, you can see it even from the road, even before you drive down that little patch of trees that's missing. And then for the last one is Drummond Island. I was chatting to a guy earlier, and he was saying he's just got this and he's enjoying it, so I thought I'll join him. I brought mine out, and yeah, it's a right little maniac. I like it though. It's a bit, keeps you on your toes, let's just say that. I'll save it for the review. Look at this beast, Tokyo Drift. Oh, okay, maybe Birmingham Drift, but I tried. So anyway, once you're on Drummond Island, it's this one again that's been in like every video ever. Do you know how many times I've had to drive from Smithville to here? So yeah, there's the path. Because later on I'll delete this footage, and then the next bloody vehicle will be here as well. Yeah, follow the path down, and if you've never been on this island before, that bridge to the right will be out. So best way is cut back here, and there's like a little mud, yeah, just like a mud bridge. And yeah, you're back on here. Nip round. When you get there, there's the upgrade on the beach. You see like the watchtower's like right next to it, so you may as well just head to that watchtower and you ain't gonna miss it. And it's just a quick tip, by the way, that this guy Josh was telling me, so cheers Josh. If you put your handbrake on, you can do tighter turns. A lot of you might know this. I can't ever remember specifically using it myself, so I think it's a new tip to me. But it's definitely, it might look like it's not making the world of difference, but then when I get to this tree here and put the handbrake on, it definitely makes the turning circle tighter. And I won't leave it as long as I tested it, but as you see now when I pull off, I've made like a snail shell going outwards because I'm now not light. So it's definitely a wider turning circle, I reckon, without it. But anyway, yeah, cheers for that. It's just thought I'd let you guys know. Drummond Island, yeah, it's this one again, just a last look. So anyway, that's your truck. That's what it looks like stock when you get it. That's what it looks like fully upgraded. So tomorrow, I'm kind of interested to do the gameplay and review on this one, because some of the trucks I've done recently are pretty strong, like the Tiger and whatnot. I know this one doesn't have a diff, so yeah, we'll see how things go. Like I say, I'll do that tomorrow, the gameplay and review. As for today though, I hope you've enjoyed, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon.